to the big house, Michigan Stadium. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Wisconsin Badgers and the Michigan Wolverines. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, glad to have you with us. Holly Rowe down on the sideline with the latest on an injury.
I caught up with the Wisconsin head coach pregame. They continue to be without their starting running back, but the good news, their backup is off to a terrific start. He was able to step in and have a very productive game last week. We'll see if he's able to keep up that same energy and same stamina here today. Back to you.
We'll see what kind of impact that has, Holly. And the Badgers ready to kick it away first. On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Underwood. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Touchdown, Wisconsin! And they turn it into a defensive score. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. They'll run it. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. A big-name running back, always a great get in the recruiting world. 4-star running back they got last week. Seems as if he'll fit in nicely here.
Oh, he's going to be a great fit. I mean, when you get a great player like that, the whole fan base gets jacked up. You see it all over social media, and it starts to build some momentum in your recruiting class.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins. Big physical runners that also had sprinter speed and that could change the game. This dude right here, every time he has the football, he has the ability to go the distance, and that's what makes this Michigan offense so dangerous.
Throwing, Underwood. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Badgers! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Out wide right, it's Marsh. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
They'll give it to him again. Still running at the 35. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And you can see this defense. They are back on their heels right now. This offense very much in a groove, in a rhythm. They've got to find something to disrupt this. Right now, they're doing what they want, when they want, how they want. This defense got to answer the bell.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. They'll stop him at the 37, and the defense comes up with a big pick. Trying the left side. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. Let's take just a moment here and talk about Wisconsin. They've jumped to the top of the conference standings. Now the trick is finding a way to stay there.
Well, and that's your goal to start the season. It's always about the conference first. It's not about the national championship picture. So great job taking care of business within the conference, Jesse, but a lot of meat still left on the schedule.
Yeah, and remember, conference championships mean a lot because the way the college football playoff is set up, if you're winning your conference championship, you're probably in the playoff discussion. So they've got a lot of games ahead. They're in that prime spot right now inside their conference. They've got to keep playing well.
Big noise in the big house for this huge 3rd down play. In the den of the crowd, here's Joseph. Going for it all. It's caught. And what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline.
Obviously, massive play by the offense, picking up a big first down on an explosive. But, David, 3rd down defense, it's one thing to allow a first down, but you've got to make tackles. And you can't give up explosive plays like that. At the end of the day, it's all going to come down to fundamentals, and, you know, that is driving their defensive coaching staff crazy.
It's so frustrating. You want to be great on those boxes, right? You want to check those 3rd downs. You don't want to give up explosives. Well, you just did 2 and 1. That's not good for this defense, right? They've got to control that 3rd down a little bit better. They got to snatch some momentum back, and you got to tackle better, man. You got some opportunities to get guys on the ground. You got to accomplish the mission.
Joseph setting up the screen. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And, man, you got to love that from your corner. Willing to pull the trigger right away. Obviously, the running back slips out of the backfield. They throw him the football, but he doesn't waste any time. He doesn't hesitate, pulls the trigger, runs at him, makes the nice tackle, and gets the stop.
Finds his big tight end. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quick handoff. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Swapped immediately.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Bryce Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the right. A strike downfield. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. The Wolverines moving quickly to the line.
And this offense is going to need more of those, man. You've dug yourself a little bit of a hole. Defense still giving up points on the last possession, man. You got to put it in overdrive. You need more big plays, more shots down the field. You got to continue to be aggressive.
He now has 84 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. On the move. And he gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Throws quickly. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers, and they have jumped out to an impressive start. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Calls his own number. Right? And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines! Ready to try the point after. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Badgers start this drive as the offense looks ready to roll. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Throwing Joseph. Look out! Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
They'll need a bunch on second down. From the gun. Looking down the middle. Wide open downfield. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
That's a good-looking throw, and I know when we talk Wisconsin offense, we're always talking about running backs, but they've seen their fair share of QBs too. Darren Bevel back in my day, Scott Tolzien had some success, and then, of course, Russell Wilson also. This guy right now in this game, he needs to get himself into a rhythm, and if he gets there, he's dangerous.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more, but sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Joseph. Got his man. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Now here's Joseph. Oh, pressure's coming. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Snaps it, and he has to have it. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down. And I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations. And you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time. So you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
He'll try to do it himself. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up one on the play.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. There he goes! Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. Give him 109 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. And the Wolverines come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They'll move the wide receiver. Here's Underwood to throw. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
Well, one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
Underwood in the gun on 3rd down. Out wide left, it's Peace. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal. The Wolverines headed quickly to the line. He's going for the goal line. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Wolverines! Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. There's a Badger slow to get up. They'll stop play and have the trainers look at him. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Right down the middle. Complete to the right. Gets away from one. He's got space. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. Whole situation changed after that last big play. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 39. Throwing Joseph. Rush right in his face. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Again, it's Joseph. This time he's got his man. Finds a crease at the 20. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Badgers! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the point after is good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the points come on a pass from 39 yards out. Here he comes with the return. And the returner will be brought down. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The give. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17. They'll stop the clock momentarily here to check on the injured Wolverine. That's the sophomore running back they're taking a look at, and Holly Rowe will let us know what's going on the sideline. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Running inside. It's Marshall. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Offense a little backed up here, and boy, would it help to convert this 3rd down. Underwood. Under pressure.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
There he goes. Open it up. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. First play of this drive. He'll take a shot. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. He'll bring it out. It's Chambers. And the returner will be dragged down. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Looking for space, it's Marshall. It's these little moments like that that can help an offense as he gets it up to the 16-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Throwing, Underwood. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Pinned back in their own end, a 3rd and short from the 16. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Wisconsin stops the clock, uses its first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Wolverines will try to move the sticks on 4th down. 4th down, Underwood. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
It's really early in the game right now, and if it's 4th and short, 4th and medium, maybe I see going for it, certainly. But 4th and long, that's a situation I think you got to punt and just let the game play out. Trust your defense a little bit more.
Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game is going.
He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Badgers. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he makes the extra point. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. He'll bring it out. It's Chambers. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Offense has enough time to get off the play before we head to the half. The run inside. It's Marshall. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
They're all over him. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, welcome into the epicenter of the college football world, our Orlando EA Sports Studios, and a great Week 8. Let's start with Texas, taking on the Baylor Bears. And it's the Longhorns, hoping that clock hits zeros while they're still in front. A victory today would move them to 7-2 and catapult this team forward as they make their stretch run. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big Ten.
Starting this third quarter on the ground. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And this offense hadn't got the ground game going at all, but it hasn't mattered. The passing game has been so good. So you'd like to create balance on offense, but as long as they can keep spinning the pill out wide, this offense has been just fine.
Rides to the back. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the defense on their heels so you continue to run the football. Even if you're not breaking off 60-yard TD runs, you got to have that balance.
From the gun on third down, Joseph throws to the wideout. Incomplete, a 50-50 ball won by no one that time.
That is a good omen for this defense. They were getting lit up in the first half. They knew something had to change. So to set the tone like this early on their opening drive of the third quarter and get a stop on third, that should really help their confidence.
Trying to get started. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. So here comes the Michigan offense. They go play action. Bryce Underwood. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. How about that? Intercepted, and he's got a convoy with him. He's at the touchdown, Wisconsin. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And he'll bring it back. And the returner will be knocked down. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Strong run and a pickup of 5 out to the 15.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. Third and short from inside the 20. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Offense trying to catch them napping. Looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. Underwood to throw for it on fourth. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the fourth down, and it paid off. The Wolverines are in the hurry-up.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
I got to be honest, I don't know if I've ever seen a defense contain this quarterback the way this defense has in this game today. Multiple sacks. They have been so disruptive. Multiple guys up front winning their one-on-ones, and you got to give the D coordinator a ton of credit. He is dialed.
He's taking the shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Working the middle. They make the tackle at the 36. Let's see if they bring out the punt team. They converted 4th down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. Bryce Underwood to throw for it on 4th. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going. And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw.
You got to have better tackling in the back end on defense. The guy didn't have the first once he had the ball in his hand, but because you missed the tackle, they've now got a fresh set of downs.
Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Right side, it's Marsh. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. We're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
He's changing the play. Motion from the wide receiver. Bryce Underwood to the air again. Throws for the tight end. Complete downfield. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. The Wolverines didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Hand it to the back. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry. Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. Here's Underwood to throw. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. 4th down, Underwood. He wants it all. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They go play action with Joseph. Rolls right. Incomplete, and they fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Joseph. Incomplete, and they got a hand on that right at the line of scrimmage.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats and he's shuffling and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but hey, batting it away, it's a big-time play.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Play action with Underwood. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Second and long here. Underwood. Stepping to the right. Fires on the move. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. Back to pass, it's Underwood. He'll take the deep shot. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Off and running. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Badgers. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They'll stop the clock momentarily here to check on the injured Wolverine. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Good surge up front. Give him 4 out to the 18. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. So the final period starts with a second down play. Right back to the well. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
Finds his tight end. And he converts on third down as he gets it out to the 26.
There's an example of going to your tight end on third down. You don't quite have to throw to the sticks with him because he can make somebody miss and then go do the rest of the work himself. Really nice individual effort that time by the big fella.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Fires to the big fella. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
And the Wolverines are flying down the field. Red Evan on the RPO. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Throwing right. It's complete. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
Man, this quarterback's got a short-term memory, boy. After the interception on the last drive, that looked so ugly, but he's come out and he's been able to turn the page. 4 for 4 now on this drive, throwing it. He's got himself right back in, locked in a really, really nice rhythm. I don't think you have anything to worry about if you're the head coach looking at your quarterback, seeing how he's responded to that mistake on the last drive.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Just feeds the running back. Jumped on top of the pile.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Throwing, Underwood. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Underwood to throw for it on 4th. Converts on 4th down, still going. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
Got an alley. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down at 2nd and 6. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And it'll be a short game, but no need to take a big hit there on the scramble.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
Right at the line. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
All right, well, we've seen this already on this drive before. Second time now, they go for it on 4th down, and they're able to get it running the football.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Underwood to throw. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone, and they're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Here comes the heat. He won't have enough for the first down as the defense able to corral him. It'll be 4th down. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on fourth down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Making the adjustment on the play. Bryce Underwood to throw for it on fourth. To the end zone, and it's picked off. They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
They don't need a bunch on 2nd down. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Looks as if he'll work his way forward and get it up to about the 11-yard line.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense. And that's what this offense needs, man. They need to do this, but they need to put several together. Back-to-back punts on their last 2 possessions. A lot of times that can wear your defense out, right? Playing so many snaps. This offense just keep being focused, executing on 3rd down, putting some drives together. Next thing you know, you'll look up and you'll have points on the scoreboard. And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
They're going to run it to the right. And they swarm him under. Timeout called by the defense, 27 seconds to go.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Pinned just inside their own 20. They need to convert on 3rd and short. Keeps it himself. Hit and dropped in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Timeout called by the defense. 23 seconds left on the clock. The Badgers will bring the punt team onto the field. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Underwood on the play action. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Picked off! What a play by this defense. Bringing it back. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
And I guess he didn't watch the tape from a week ago, because when you threw at this guy last week, he made big plays. He had 2 picks a week ago. They try him early in this football game, and it's the exact same result. You better be wary when you go after that young man.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They think there's room to run to the right here. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down.